All right, the kid is back on the block. You guys know what I'm talking about. None other than Fantom. Fantom has been having a great day today. Once again, another layer one. It's either a layer one or a layer two that is literally exploding right now. But after the likes of Solana are really pushing towards the upside, and Cardano also making some moves, as well as other projects like Caspa, there is once again steam coming into other layer ones, and Fantom seems to be the next one up. So let's take a look at Fantom right now, see what is happening and what we could be expecting as we go further into the month of November. So if you're looking at the daily time frame, FTM is up 13.2% on the daily time frame, and its price currently is sitting at 30 cents. We're up about 12.9% as mentioned in USD comparative, also up 11.9% in Bitcoin comparative. You can see the market cap is pushing towards $1 billion, and the 24-hour trading volume is currently sitting at $200 million, you could say. So how is the historic price pattern for FTM look like? What was its all-time high? Where does it, where is it compared to then? That's what we're going to discuss right now. But before we get into it, I just wanted to share this with you guys. So Fantom Talk came out and posted this. It says, for your information, based on coin market cap, the amount of FTM held by whales has increased 46% in the past year of the bear market, while investors have decreased by 59% and retails have decreased by 49%. Whales know something when people give up. Absolutely, couldn't agree more. When you look at whales, these guys, generally speaking, are the people that have been in the space for years. And, they understand the markets in and out. And when you see retail interest at its lowest points and you see whales accumulating, that's where the market is close to the bottom. We've seen that happen with tons of coins. You can name it: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. We were seeing, especially Solana, because I've seen firsthand, especially if you watch my videos, around the most feared time, whales, the bigger accounts, were accumulating the most because they understand what happens when the market turns around, especially for good projects. And FTM had a great bull cycle previously. Again, we were previous bull cycle in a layer one, layer two era. And I think that begins again this time around. We're going to see that happen all over again because, of course, now Ethereum, which is going to have its own ETF come in, that's seen as a store of value. Now it's time for layer ones, layer twos, which were marketing themselves as, the ETH killer, the new future, are going to be the ones that are going to compete with one another. And I think the next bull cycle is going to get very, very interesting. So we're seeing FTM moving, but what could be the next targets that we could be aiming for? As always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. If you are a regular viewer on mine, I'm sure you guys are tired hearing this old story over and over again. But last bull cycle, guys, the biggest two mistakes I've made in my bull cycle was selling my Matic and Fantom. If you know me personally, and I know who you are, there are some people that are huge supporters of mine and good friends that I've built over the years. They know I was holding a nice, insane amount of Matic and Fantom. And guess what Fantom did? Fantom made its way all the way up to an all-time high of $3.40. And that happened in October 30th of 2021. And then it almost had a double top, if you remember. At the beginning of 2022, we went up to $3.40, but never managed to break out and hit a new all-time high. But pretty much since then, guys, had a significant pullback. So you can see this for yourself. 95% retracement. You can't make this up. 95% retracement. One thing I want you guys to know is circulation supply for Fantom is 2.8 billion. And the max supply is 3.17 billion. And that is a good thing. You can't get more Fantom after that. That's just it. And it is a POS, proof of stake. So you could be staking your FTM and earning passive income. And I know a lot of people have been staking FTM throughout the bear market. And, now that the market is heating up, some people are going to be walking out with some massive gains, which they probably earned for free just sitting and, doing their own thing. And now that, market returns, This is where your patience gets tested. Meanwhile, the other people that were, gambling into meme coins and, chasing the green candle, and they're most likely got wrecked. And this is why I say, there's winners and there's losers in the markets. You on the Crypto ZX channel, the family, we're always going to be winners. In order to be winners, you need to learn how to strategize your portfolio, learn which projects are good, always do your own due diligence and research, of course, and invest what you can afford to lose. If you've done all of that, then, patience is your number one key to follow. So basically, the rant is over now. Let's take a closer look as to what really happened with FTM. And if you are noticing on my channel, majority of these projects all have similar cycles. May was the year, I'm sorry, not the year, wow. May was the month where bear market started. You can see this for yourself. Pretty much with FTM, this was this, consolidation zone. So in order for you to understand, it consolidated between 60, it's basically 61 cents and 15 cents within this range. We never saw the price of FTM drop below 14.83 cents, and that should show you the significance of that support line. Pretty much held around here, but now we're seeing once again some life come into Fantom, and of course the entire market is pumping. The correlation exists, but FTM could be running up really high. Reason why I think that is because of layer 1 and the high factor involved with them. Again, FTM is quite unique in its own way. How Caspa is moving like crazy right now, FTM is unique in its own way as much as Caspa is in its own way. The only difference is Caspa has a lot of hype factor revolved around here. And guess what? People that missed this coin are reminiscing that feeling and are investing in Caspa because they are thinking that that could be the next coin of the cycle. So these are some factors you need to keep in mind. But FTM right now, let me show you guys something. So pretty much this beginning of the year, we saw a huge spike within the price of FTM, and we could be seeing something very similar coming for FTM, because I'm starting to see coin pump slowly one by one, and I think FTM could be the one next up. You can see this for yourself. Let's put this into perspective. If you picked up some FTM at the beginning of at the end of December of last year, you saw the price run up 235% in a matter of, you could say, 2.5 months. And now what you're seeing happening is the same exact setup forming. You can see this for yourself. Let me bring out the measuring tool. You can see on October 20th, if you picked up some FTM, you're up right now about 67%. So quite a huge bounce. But things can start getting really exciting now, because look, we're facing that same exact resistance where we pretty much came across last time too, when we were breaking out earlier this year. So if we're able to break out of this resistance, guys, I'm expecting a huge move for Fantom coming. 41.64 cents could be that next target that we could be aiming for. And then of course, if we're able to cross out of that, a new yearly high before the end of the year would be very exciting. So that's a 38.19% move, and I think that is a realistic next target that would put the market cap at like 1.2 to 1.3 billion dollar market cap, and I think that is really realistic. And projects like FTM tend to move way faster. Now you may be saying why? Because certain amount of percentage is locked. People are staking it. You can't trade that. So supply and demand, when the demand comes in, things can move up really fast, and the supply is low, so price can move up faster. And with a $840 million market cap, things can heat up quite fast. I'm sure a lot of people have seen it with Caspa. So looking quite interesting. I think I do have my very close eyes on Fantom. I don't own any at the moment, because of course I still feel left out, of course, after selling it at such an early time in 2020. I sold it. I regret it, but you win some, you lose some. But I am a big fan of FTM. I've always talked good about them, just because I missed out on them doesn't mean I don't think, Fantom is a great project. I think it is. I think it is here to compete, and I think next bull cycle is going to be a very interesting one to see all these layer ones, layer twos battling it out to see who really comes on the top. But let me know down below what you guys think. Where do you see FTM ranking, compared to its competitors? What are you most excited about Fantom, and what other coin do you want me to cover? Love you all. See you tomorrow in Crypto ZX, and peace out.